Hey guys, today I want to show you how to do a reversing freezer spell. And this spell is going to reverse everything that certain person that has done to you, you know, any jinxes that they put out on you, any tricks they laid down for you, any crosses, any kind of evil spells, candle spells, bottle spells, anything evil that this person or these people have sent to you. Today, now you have the opportunity to learn how to make it yourself and send it right back to them. Not only are we putting them in the jar together, but we're also going to freeze their asses. So we're going to freeze them in the shit that they sent to you. So this is not really a spell for somebody that's talking shit behind your back. You know, you do a shut up spell, bottle spell, put them in there, deal with their mouth, or you can freeze their tongue. You know, I'll show you guys how to do that stuff. But this spell specifically is to reverse to those that have done evil to you. And you know that they're doing it to you. You know, a lot of times we brush off what people do. And, you know, certain things start changing in your life. And you'll probably, you know, go get a reading done. They let you know who the person is. You know, you'll take a bath. You cleanse yourself. But they keep coming back at you. So we're going to freeze them in one place. We're going to freeze them in one place. And anything that they try to do to you is going to bounce back to them. Because we're also going to get some aluminum foil. And we're going to wrap this jar. Wrap in the jar so that all the evilness can bounce back to them. So it's a freezer jar / reversing mirror spell, all in one. And I mean, you don't want to that has never done anything to you. So say right now you think your next door neighbor is, you know, doing all types of spells to you, but you really have no concrete proof if she really is, because she just could be a shit talker. You know, she's just, you know, probably just doesn't like you and talks shit about you. You don't want to go reversing anything on her because she's not doing anything to you. You know, she just, you know, running her mouth. So you want to make sure that you know for sure who is doing this to you. Now, if you want to go ahead and do the spell and you want to write down my enemies or my enemy and it's kind of broad, I wouldn't recommend this. You know, do some investigation, get a reading done, try to pinpoint exactly who it is. But most of the time, you know who's doing stuff to you. So let's start. Okay, so you're gonna need a jar. I got this jar maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I've kept this candle in it for about a week, and the candle has just been kind of sweating out the jar. I haven't cleansed it or anything. I don't want to cleanse it. I want any type of energy from that candle, from everybody that touched it in the shop and everybody that touched this jar, to receive it into the spell. I want everything going into the spell. So what I did was, since it's going to be 3 people that have to do with the spell that I'm going to be doing, I created 3 people here. Now, if you don't want to do that, it's just for one person. This is my little puppets here that I create. And then towards the end, when I get closer to almost finished sewing them, I stuff them. Because I'm not really finished doing it yet. But he will go towards another spell. But if you want to just, you know, do one of these dolls and you put them right in there, that's even better. If it's for one person, you can use these, stuff them with everything that you need to stuff them with, seal them up, and you can put a name paper in there. You can put a picture. If you have anything personal of them, you put it in there too. So I make these and I put them into the jars if it's just for one specific person. But in this situation, it's going to be for 3 people. So these are pipe cleaners. And, you know, I just made them look like into a little man. And then the felt from the doll, I stuffed in their face to make it look like a face. And of course, it's supposed to be covered. You don't want them to see anything you're doing, okay? So it's 3 of them here. And the paper that you're going to need is going to be a paper towel, a brown paper towel, but still rough, but not as rough as a brown paper bag that's this hard, because when we put it into the reversing liquid, it's going to freeze, and this paper is going to freeze really well. So you're going to need that paper. You're going to need the jar, like I said, the black candle. You make your little puppets. I have some reversing herbs that I'm going to put in here. So if you need these, you could get them from my shop. You're going to put a packet of that in there. So let's start the spell. So a whole packet of this goes into here. And you're going to need some crab shells, of course, because we're reversing the shit right back to them. You can put as much as you want in there. And that whole pack of reversing herbs is all you need. You don't need too much, because you need to boil some hot water, because you're gonna, you know, heat them up. You're gonna put their asses in there. This is chili peppers. It's mixed with some other peppers too. We want to give them, you know, their shit right back at them. And I have some aloe vera too, because See, a lot of times people talk shit and then you find out that they're talking shit and doing work on you because they run their mouth so much and all of this, and you know, they just keep talking about what they're going to do to you and how they're going to do it to you. This aloe vera powder deals with the mouths of those that talk a lot. So you're going to shut their mouths up and reverse them in their shit all in one. And also I'm going to add some sulfur in here. I'm not going to add in too much. Just a little bit. And the sulfur is going to deal with everything that they have done to you to keep them right in place. Sulfur is used for a lot of different things. If you have a landlord that talks a lot of shit and you're going to move out of his apartment, right before you move out, you know, clean the house really good, you know. But stay away. Oil and water, products to keep people out, and you add some sulfur in there. He will never get that apartment rented, ever. You know, nobody's going to want to stay in there. So you got all of this stuff in here. Everything that you need. Now what you're going to do, you're going to get the name papers and you're going to wrap them into these dolls. However you want to do it. You know, put it between their hands. So this is one person right here. And he's holding on to his paper. Just like that. There you go. Little piece of shit. Next, do the same thing to all three of them. And all these little pieces of shit is going to go in there. These represent the person. Make sure their faces stay on well. You don't want these little pieces of shits to see anything. Second piece of shit. And third piece of shit. And fold the paper away. You know, I'm going to push this right into them. So, I believe I have all my ingredients here. And also make sure you light a protection candle, fairy wall protection as well while you're doing it. I have about 3 candles lit while I'm doing this. I always have candles lit, but I have the candlesticks right now near me. And okay, so all those are in there. And then I'm gonna pour some hot water into here. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna actually add a little more. Okay, so we got all of them in there into all of that shit. You don't need to add any oils to this at all. You're gonna put it in your freezer. Right before you put it in your freezer though, if you want to, you're gonna light the candle on top of it. You don't have to, it's not a necessity, but you can. And this jar is gonna be cursed. Like, curse this jar like you've never cursed it before. Like, you know, you see the papers are still in there. They're still holding on to their papers. They're all floating in their shit. All of them has done evil, wicked, disgusting work and spells on you. And this is the time for you to pay them back. Let them soak in that shit. It's hot, but, you know, it's still, I can still touch it, of course. Don't burn yourself doing this either. Be very careful. Confuse them. Spin this around. Curse them out. You know, everything they've done to you, you want to put right back onto them. Let's see if this will stay there. I'll stay there. And that's everything in there. You don't need to do anything else. Light the candle on it tonight. Today's Saturday, so today's the best day that you guys can do this. And if you want to add some more hot shit in there, add it in there. Curse these little pieces of shits out for everything they've done to you, everything they did to try to destroy your life, you know, your money, your love, your health. Everything that these pieces of shits have done, you're going to send it right back to them. Let it cool down as the candle burns on it, and just curse this jar till you can't no more. When the candle is about, maybe when it has about about 2 inches left, seal around it. You know, seal around it. And, you know, even if you don't do the candle on top of it, put some reversing oil onto this and seal around the jar all over the top for these little pieces of shits to stay in there, to just rot and shit in their own mess and everything they ever did to you. This jar is a jar that is justified. Do not do this jar to somebody that you just don't like. You're doing this jar to someone that has done shit to you. Okay? They still got their papers, holding on for dear life. Their faces is covered. They can't see shit. They're listen, you know, they're not gonna know that this is coming. They have no idea at all. And you know what? These little men, sometimes they work so good in there. You could put some little gravel in their feet to hold them down so they could just stay in there. Put rocks in their body. Hold these little pieces of shit down. You can make any color. I make all different types of colors. Sometimes what I do too, if they get the clients that I have get a piece of clothes, like t-shirt or something that belongs to them, I use that too. And I stuff it. You know, not all dolls are made for bad, but in this situation, it's not really, really bad. You're reversing the shit that someone did to you. They did it first, you're sending it back. That's it. That's how far you're taking it. So now you did that, right? And you did the candle, you sealed it up. You're going to take some aluminum foil, the shiny part, and wrap this little shit in here. Wrap these little shits in here. You could wrap it up and then you could do that. You know, all depends. And make sure you write a date on it too, because you want to know what's happening. You want to know if, okay, say you put today's date on it and you realize, all right, by December, you know, you start October, you start hearing all types of shit about what's going on. Then you know that, you know, the formulas that you have used are working, and you'll know how long it takes you to work certain spells. So I'll just place the candle on top of here, and you know, I'll write reverse, you know, back the shit to the pieces of shits. May you rot in whatever land I want you to rot in. You know, I'm just sending back everything that they have sent to me, you know, or my clients, you know, or my friends and my family, like anyone. Like this jar I wanted to really create because a lot of people I know are trying to reverse certain things back, and they'll probably do the candle and they'll probably shut some people up, but you're throwing everything in here. You're shutting their mouth, sealing their mouth. That aloe vera powder, it's bitters powder. It's really, really, really good. I have another bottle spell that I'm going to show you how to do, and you know, shut these people up that talk. The bottle spell is going to deal with everything that their tongues are rolling off. So you know, I'll try to do that, you know, maybe next week so you guys can see it. And I also have like tongues of a pig, because you know, pigs, they'll eat anything. They'll eat their own kids. Pigs do not give no shits at all. They're filthy animals. I mean, I know pork tastes really good to some of you guys, but pigs are really filthy, and they're disgusting, and they care nothing about anything going on in their lives. I mean, so I use their tongues for people that talk shit and have no cares for other people. So, you know, I hope you guys like this video. I hope I covered everything that you needed. I will try to leave the description below, because I know last time I said I was going to leave it and I probably didn't, but I'm going to leave the products that you need, and I'll tell you where you can get them from. And you know, hopefully you can try to do it tonight. I'm going to load this up today, and you can get that done, and you know, cool these pieces of shits down and freeze them in their shit that they have sent to you. So if you have to suffer, send that suffering right back to them. So you know, hit the subscribe button and like, and stay blessed as always.